Now we will learn how to calculate uh, how to use field calculator for a particular shapefile function shapefile. So for that we have to add a shapefile dataset or polygon dataset from this layer and add vector layer option. So from here we have to browse the dataset where we have kept this dataset, the polygon dataset. So we are selecting this west district as a data for this task, and now if we click on this open and add, it will automatically add the dataset into this canvas, as well as the information of the dataset will be displayed in this layer section. So now if we have to go to this open attribute table, and here we have to calculate the proportion of urban population for the district of West Bengal. So for that a new field is required. So for creating a new field we have to click on this open field calculator option, and now we have to tick on this create a new field if we want to create a new field, or if we already have a field called urban population proportion, then we have to click on this update existing field, and after clicking on this we have to select the field that we want to update. As I am creating a new field, so I am clicking on this create a new field option, and then I am just putting the name of the field, that is urban proportion by population. Then we have to select this output field type, that is decimal number, because it may come in decimal values, and then we have to perform the operation or perform the operation in these areas. So first I am putting a bracket, and then I am selecting urban, because it is representing urban population, divided by population, that is representing the total population, and just closing this bracket, and then if we want to calculate the proportion, then we have to multiply it with 100. So just click after writing this option algorithm, now I am clicking on this OK, and it is automatically calculating the urban population proportion for each of the district of West Bengal. So after that, if we want to calculate if we want to perform a query, building a query, then to identify a subset of the dataset from the whole dataset to satisfy our need or to satisfy our required variables. So for the first option I am just performing this task with one variables, so that is population. So if I click on this option and then advanced field filter, then a new pop-up will be came up in the screen. So after that I have to perform or select the field based on which I will perform this task. So I am taking only the population, and then I have to put a operators, because based on this operator it will be decided which it will select the desired district or polygon shapefile. So for that I am going to operator, and then is greater than, I am just putting a value of 50 lakh. So the query is indicating that if the population is more than 50 lakh for a particular district, then select that district. So it will automatically select all the districts that have population more than 50 lakh. So if I click on this OK option, it will select all the district having more than 50 lakh population. So as we can see from this table, it is selected only 8 district having population more than 50 lakhs. So this is a simple query building. So if we go for more advanced option, then we have to click on this again, and we have to go to this advanced filter, and then we can perform this option using more than one variables. So if we take only these as a variables, and then if we want to add a new query along with this, so we have to add this and or and function or function. So as we are putting two variables, and we are saying that if the if a particular polygon is satisfying both the criteria, then select only those polygons. So that's why we are using and if our query was to is to identify those polygons which are fulfilling any of the criteria that we have mentioned. So here we are using AND function, and for this AND function we are adding a more query from this field, and we are saying that if urban proportion is greater than 10%. So now if we click on this option, it has selected 7 district earlier which was selected 8 district. So these are satisfying both the criteria. So the population is more than 50 lakh and the urban population is more than 10%. So now we will perform a new query building with a OR function. So instead of this AND, if we select OR function, then it has selected 18 district out of 19, because whether all the selected polygons are fulfilling at least one criteria out of the 2 defined criteria. So this district are showing less than 50 lakh population, but it is showing more than 10% of urban population proportion. Similarly, in case of East Midnapur, the total population is more than 50 lakh, but the urban population is 9.985. That means if it is satisfying a particular criteria out of all the criteria defined, then in case of OR function, it will select those polygons. So now if we select all this polygon, it will show which polygons are fulfilling any of the criteria that are defined.